So recording the webinar, we're going to review what we've done a little bit of. The best way to get a sphere in there is, like I said, is do what they say, and that's just go to the warehouse, go up to File, 3D Warehouse, get models, and put a sphere. Once you have the square, go right over here to scale it. Click on the bottom one, and that'll give you uniform scaling. All right, and then if you hit M for move, we can move this along one of these axes. Let's move that along that axis. So that was one thing we were doing. The next thing, we're going to take rectangle. We're going to pull it right here. We are going to hit P for pull. We're going to orbit around here. We're going to use the right here, tangent, two-line tangent, I should say, two-point tangent. So click right there. Once you have the tangent, on the Mac, it's a Command key. I think it's the Alt key on a PC. But once you've drawn that in here, hit the Command key, hit this button right there, and then go on top. Wait a minute, let me try that again. I know what I did wrong. Skip the step, that's on me. Go right here on the Follow Me command. Now, hit the command on a Mac, and then on top, boom, you'll get that. That's working pretty consistently. Well, that doesn't work. It's usually because I did it wrong. Okay. Get my phone all charging up here. Now, any questions on that? Okay. Everybody should have SketchUp and running and doing this while we're doing. This is definitely something we want to do together. All right. The next thing we talked about, of things that I think are important that you'll actually use again, we can cut holes through things. So I take this, I'm going to make it thin just to make it easy to push the hole through. Pull it up like this, hit O for orbit. Then I'm going to hit Shift or H, and I can pan it. And I'm going to go back and draw another rectangle right here. Select it, hit P for push. Push it through until I see it say face. There it is, open on face. Boom. If I go around on the back side of this, I will see a hole there. And that's a very powerful tool for making your houses and things look real, okay? So we've got that. Now let's go back to this other window because I wanted to show you. Let's do this. Okay, let me see this one right here. Okay, here's the one thing I want you to see off this. I made this one a group over here, and I did that by getting two objects, and then I make a group, or I can make a component. So I highlighted two objects, I made that a group, and then I copied it, I made this one over here. Now take a look at what happens. Let me go ahead, hit O, then Shift, I'm going to handle over here. I can change one member in a group. It doesn't change anything else. When I do the same thing, so if I highlight this, I can go up there when I highlight it, and then I can say, because it's already a group, it won't let me do it, but you would say make group. Now when you make component, it's going to ask you the name of the component and the whole thing. Let me go ahead and get H for hand. Watch what happens when I do this one. If I hit push or pull, watch what, see how the other one? Components, when you make a component, they all change. So sometimes you want to make a group, just understand you make a component, everything in there is going to go with it. All right? And to do I'll show you real quick again. Let me see if I can pull this up. And of course, let me go here. There we go. Let's go back up here. I'm going to go file new on this. So if I make a group, just real quick, I'll show you this, because down the road, groups and components are actually pretty useful. So I'm going to take this one. I'm going to hit P for pull up, just so all I'm doing is modeling. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm just showing you the technique for making a group. There it is, P for pool. All right. If I want to make that a group, I just highlight it, go edit, and I make that a group. It's a group now. However, but if I change something in the group, it won't change anything else. So if I want to make it a component, I want to make something different. Let's say we do this. And this. Again, that's putting an angle thing in a rectangle thing. I'm not sure how much I'm really going to use this one, but I'm going to make it a group just to make my point, a component. If I'm going to make that a component, I just do edit, make component, and you'll name it. I'm not going to because I don't really need it. All right. And then once you have the components, you can insert them and do different things. All right. Okay. Let me see what else we want to do here. So I've got that. All right. Now, let's say, is any questions what we just did there? Raise a hand if you have a question. That was meant as a review, so I went kind of quick, but you might not have been here, so that might have been too fast. So just let me know. All right, then. All righty, then. Okay. So with that in mind, no questions. I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next part of this. All right. I'm going to go under File. I'm going to go under New. And then I might go under File again and go under, let's go under SketchUp. Let's go under Preferences. Change your template. We might do it new after this. We're going to be in, let's keep this feet and inches. Give it a minute. See, it's looking for more templates in it. Let me see if it's coming out in feet and inches now. Bear with me one second, folks. I'm going to move this over here. I can check right now, see if mine drew out as feet and inches. Nope. This is what I'm saying. It's buggy. I don't know why that should have done it. Let's go back up here. Let's try that again. Go to SketchUp, Preferences, Architectural Design, feet and inches. I'll try this. I'm going to get all the way up because if it doesn't, discard changes, save changes. We're going to be making this next thing right here, and I'm going to bring this up. So I want you to go ahead and bring up SketchUp. You're going to need to get out in SketchUp or try Preferences, see if yours is working better than mine. Just quite literally, folks, I just did that 15 minutes ago. That's why I'm not sure if it's on the Mac or what's going up. That things are working kind of, which is really weird. Usually computers either work or they don't work. All right, so here it's popping up. It's going to ask me my template. I'm going to choose a template. I'm going to say architectural feet and inches. Start using SketchUp. I should have at least gotten that choice. Okay, now I know my units are in feet and inches. Let's get rid of this guy. Well, we can leave him here. You'll get a sense of scale. All right, so we're going to make him 50 by 100 feet. We're going to take a rectangle, draw it down. Let's see where it is compared to him. There we go. We're back to him again. Let's do a rectangle. We're going to start drawing it out here. 50 feet, 50 dash, you can see at the bottom of my screen, comma, 100. And let's see where that is. All right, let's go ahead and move that though. I double trick that, hit the M. I'm gonna move it over here just because. Let's move it along that green line. Okay, and I'm still not sure that moved. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead here. I hit O from them. All right. That doesn't look 50 feet away to me, guys. So let's try that again. Rectangle. Start here. Dimensions 50. Right under a single quotation mark. That says 20. That's good. 50. Quotation mark. Comma. 100. Single quotation mark. Turn. There you go. Now this looks more like it's going to be pretty long here. All right, let's do M for move. Make sure you're on the green axis, not on the blue, just on the green. All right, there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and expand this out a little bit. Oh, let's take H hand. So there he is along that axis, okay? Now, I want to make a second one. So I've got this right here. I'm going to make it, I'm going to pull it up. Let's look at what our plans are. So you're going to make it 50 foot by 100. Oh, it's 50 foot by 150 feet. We got to go back and fix that. I'm sorry. We're going to make that 50 by 150 feet. And then we're going to cut it and pull up another one. Then pull up 2 feet, create a 2 foot offset, and then pull up another offset of 2 feet. So let me show you what we're going to do. Let me go back to it. Well, that's not what we wanted. Let's go back here. Go down to my control right here. So here he is. I'm going to try this one more time. See, I pulled it that way. I don't want to do that. $50 feet, comma, 150 feet. There you go. So here he is, 50, 100 feet. According to our little call is we're going to make him 50, 100 feet, and then we're going to pull this up 2 feet. So let me show you what we're going to do. So everybody raise your hand once you've done this. You're going to get to here, 50 by 100 feet. You're going to push or pull. You're going to pull it up, and you're going to type 2, single quotation, 2 feet. All right, let me get Jaden here. We got raise your hand once you've done it. Jaden, do you have a question? Or you just tell me you did it? I got 3 of you have done that. I'm not going to go any farther until we have that. So that was 2 feet. I want to make sure it wasn't 1 foot. So I thought I read that properly. Pull up 2 feet, create a 2 foot offset, then pull off 2 feet again. Okay, good. Raise your hand once you've got it, guys. Leave it up so I know that you have it. If for some reason you don't have SketchUp on and you can't get it on your computer, raise your hand too. So we're not waiting on somebody that will never be able to do this. We'll be waiting on you indefinitely. If SketchUp doesn't work, I would try to get your use Chrome, I think. All right, got a question here. I have a question. All right, what's your question? Hang on, let me get you down. Bear with me, bud. I'll go ahead and pull this out. Yeah, Jade.
I accidentally erased the man before you told us not to. Now I don't have the scale and I don't know how big to make it, so.
Probably the quickest thing to do is just do a new one.
Alright.
All right, that's probably the fastest thing to do, honestly. You can undo it, but then you'd be starting all over again. So either way. All right, then we've got about almost everybody set. Now, the next thing we're going to do is, everybody look at me right here, this offset. See that little offset? We're going to come off. She says she wants the offset be 2 feet, which I like because that keeps us. So we're going to get on the red edge here, and we're going to type in 2 feet. And there's my offset of 2 feet. And then on the inside of that, we're going to hit push or pull another 2 feet. Again, don't click on the directions, and there you go. Raise your hand once you're at this stage. Got another question here, hang on. How did you get the second pull? You just go over it, go to P for pull, and you make it 2 feet. Remember, you got to do the offset. Right over here is the offset. Right, I'll show you right here. See, it's by underneath the follow me tool. You put it on that line, and you click on it, and then type in 2 foot for the offset being 2 feet. So, and then once you've got that offset created, then you pull that up 2 feet. So like, and then I can measure this. If I go on this edge to this edge, that's 2 feet. All right. Raise your hands once you've got it, guys. Or tell me, hey, Mr. D, I'm not understanding this, and we don't have to build this. I'd rather you get it right than me just go on and we keep making more and more elaborate. Again, if you didn't understand what I did, this was a 2-step process. This is 50, this square right here is 50 feet wide, 150 feet long. We used to push and pull to raise it 2 feet. Here, I'll do it again. All right, we have this drawn out. Everybody watch me, please. Even if you did it, watch me. Hit P for pull. Go over to P for pull. I start to pull up. I type. I don't move down to where I set the dimensions. I just simply type the dimension. Two single quotation mark and hit that. There's 2 feet. If I want to be sure, I can tape a tape measure and go here on the little red blue this in here. And there's a 2 feet, right? So there you go. There's 2 feet. When I clicked on that, this endpoint, it says 2 feet. Oh, okay, I got that right. Now I want to do, all right, right under this follow me, right there, we're going to click on this. This is on the edge. We come out. Again, type 2 feet. We purposely made everything 2 feet so it's easier. Now we've got this. Now again, push on edge, go up with it. We can set it at anything, but we've got it set for 2 feet. All right. Is that fair? Okay, Jason, did you get it to work? Jason, how we coming, buddy? Did you get it?
Good.
All right, raise your hand, bud, so that way I know. All right, great. Let's see what else here we've got on here. Lauren, how we doing? All right, Philip, how we doing? And Jaden, let's see, Jaden, how you doing, Jaden? Most everybody's got their hands up now. Okay, great. Now, let's see what the next step of this is. So we have that. That's what it looks like on ours too. Now we're going to measure from the center point. We're going to draw a 1 foot line straight out from the midpoint of the base of this. Then we're going to add 5 here and 5 on the other side. So we're going to 1 foot out, 5 on each side, and we'll erase it. Watch how I do this. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to back up a little bit. Let's click on this open arrow so I get far enough back. Click on that thing and you do that open arrow. It'll make it wide enough for you. It automatically resizes. I'm going to hit shift so I make this hand so I put it in there. All right, now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start looking on the midpoint of this. I'm going to take L for line or the pencil. I'm going to keep moving this until I hit to the find the bright blue. There it is. See, that's the midpoint. Then I'm going to start bringing it out. And like we said, keep it on the green. And I'm going to type 2 feet. There it is. Then I'm going to click on that endpoint, go down along the red, and type 5 feet. There that one is. Then I'm going to click on this endpoint. It's going to probably infer right on that edge. Good, I've got one side of this. Go on the edge of this. Go 5 feet. Draw in here. Go to the edge. Get it inferred. Press return or click on that, I should guess. Now I am going to get rid of the center line here. I'm going to click once on it and delete it. Okay, let's go through what everybody watch what I did again. Whoops, I don't want to do that. We're going to go here. Let me get rid of this, what I just did. If I click on the line, I can just delete it. All right. So I hit L for line, which is a little pencil. I went down until I found the middle because I'm building steps to go into my temple. I want them in the middle. All right. So I click on that edge. I come out. And I want to make sure I'm, along the green there. Don't want to be somewhere else. That's not really right. And I want to type in, I think I just said 1 foot before, 1 foot. So that's 1 foot there. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to select 5 foot. Oops, let me go ahead, 5 foot. There that is. If I press enter, I'll end it. Now I'm going to go to this endpoint, go down there, follow the red, make sure it stays red, and then type 5, and then that single quotation mark, that's 5 foot. Let me hopefully get it here. There I am, it's 5 foot. And it infers I want to be on that edge. I'm going to go ahead and take this part off right here, delete that. Get rid of the center before you connect this one on. I would say that'd be a tip. And then click on this one, hit L for line, click here. There you go. All right. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to do that. Let's hit escape. Hit the space bar. We're back to here. Let me get rid of that color. Then erase the center line. And then what we're going to do is we're going to raise it up a foot, pull it up by a foot, so we basically make a step. We're going to copy it. And what's going to be cool is if you hold down the Alt key when you do it and drag it up, it'll raise it up in height for you. And you're just going to sit there and try to make it look like this. As close. Don't get wound up too much on this. So let's go ahead. All right, where's my... And you want to save it up at one point here. Don't go too long without saving this. All right, let me see if I can get this. There we go. So I'm going to save this right now so I don't lose my work. Save as Mr. D Temple. That way you know something happens. I at least got this much of my work still left. Whoa. Let's go back into what I was. All right, now I'm going to hit the P for pull up. First, I'll tell you what, I'll click on this surface and I hit P for pull up. Now I'm going to type in 1 foot again. There it is. Spacer. If I can, I'm going to see if I triple click this. It might take the whole thing. Yeah, that's the only thing. So I would click, try to get every one of these lines. You're going to try to copy all this. You could try to make this into a group. You want to make that a group. You want to get this line, or that surface. I'm holding the shift key when I do this. Trying to get as much of this thing as I can. I'm hit O for turn around here. With my pointer, again, I'm holding my shift key so I can identify as much of this as I can. Hit hold, get the O key again. And I'm spacing this one out again. So notice how I'm holding the shift key so the whole thing stays blue. Once I've done that, I'm going to hit Command Copy. Then here's something wild. If you do the hold key and then hit move, the whole thing will move with you. So you can do Command Copy, or if I hit M for move now, hold the Alt key and move it up, it'll actually make several of these. See that? There's one. Do it again. Oh, that one kind of Command Z on that one. Let's try here. Now I just got a line. Now it's acting funky again for me. Let's try this again. Move that up and try to get it up here somewhere. Line it up a little bit. Just try to get these steps as close as you can to it. There's our steps. Okay. Raise your hand once you have that. How do you do undo? Command Z. At that point in this, let me ask you, how's my pacing? All right, let me launch my poll here real quick. How's the pacing, guys? Okay, going a little too fast for people, I think. Because this, yeah, I got half saying it's good, and I got half the people saying it's too fast. So that tells me I need to slow it down a little bit. All right. Could everybody please vote on this so that way I can get a good sense of this? Only got half of you voting. That doesn't tell me as much as I would like to know. All right. Well, at this point, I want to close it so I can share my results too fast. So let me go through this again, guys, because I don't want you getting frustrated. All right. I'm going to delete this out. Oh, I don't want to do that. And in fact, I think I'm going to try it a different way with everybody here. Might be a better way here. I'm going to Command Z. I'm going to go ahead and take it. Let's see if I can pull this one out. I'm going to use this to measure my deal here. What I'm going to do is use guides. I'm going to draw another rectangle here. So what the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a line here. Let me see if I can do it this way. I'm going to use green. Not blue. Hopefully, there we go. And so it doesn't look, at first, it doesn't look like it would be straight there, you know? And what I'm going to do is come off this. There's another way to do it. And I think this is a better way to do it, possibly. I'm going to click this one rectangle. I'm going to go there. And I'm going to type, I think we said it was 10 foot by 1 foot. 10 foot, comma, 1 foot. And I did that wrong. Let's do that again. Command Z. I think I did inches. That's why I did that. Let's click right on that line. Do 10, oh, my caps lock's on 10 pound, comma, 1 pound, comma. There it is. That tells me, okay, so that looks good. Then I'm going to hit P for pull. I'm going to go up. Well, let's get closer. Right there. Now I'm going to hit P for pull. So it's blue, and I'm going to type in 2 feet. Or make that 1 foot, apparently. Let me make sure of this. Yeah, it's 1 foot, not 2, Tom. Come on. No worries. Let's try this again. Hit Command Z. I'm going to hit P. I'm going to hit. Remember, we said we do the face. I'm going to hit P for pull. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to say 1 foot and press it. So now I got 1 foot right there. It's lined up right where that other one is. I'm just going to get rid of the other one. Notice I'm just deleting the lines. In fact, I'll move. What I'm going to do is push this one right underneath that line and make that whole thing a group. I'm going to group this. Edit. Make a group. Now I can hit M for push. Move the thing right where that line is. All right, now watch what happens. I'm going to take that, hit the Alt key. I think this should do, and hit M for move, hit the Alt key, and bring one right up there. But it'll be its own little unit. Do it again. This is the E key right there. Whoops, let's push that in there a little bit. I'll push it in there a little bit. Let's see how that looks. All right, it's kind of blocking into it. Hit M. Let's take another one. Go to the pointer. Whoops. Go to Control Copy. Go up here, hit Control V. You can see it right there. It's almost absorbed into the wall. Click once, do it one more time. I think that actually is a little bit easier way to do that, except I'm lined off wrong here. Nice job, Mr. D. Hit M for move this one over there, line up right there. Select that, hit M again for move, slide it over. Space there, M for move, slide it over. Whoops. Okay, how are people feeling about this? Sometimes, Jane, you just try it over again. All right, raise your hand if you've got some steps on there. Okay, well, I'm just saying I can't do it doesn't help you, buddy. What part can't you do? We'll help you out there, guys. No worries. What part can't you do? I just unmuted you. What part can't you do, buddy?
The steps. I can't do the steps.
What part of it you can't do of the steps?
Like the copy and paste thing.
Okay, did you make a group of a set of steps? Were you able to make one set of steps? Were you able to do that?
I did make a group of one.
So you made one step, right?
Yeah.
So if you do like I'm going to do right here, if I take a space bar, that pointer, I can select just that one step there, right? It'll be just 3 of these blue lines. Agreed? Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, now next thing I want you to hit is I want you to hit Command, or on a Mac, a Windows machine, be Command C. On a Mac, Control C. On a Windows machine, hit Control C. All right, did you do that?
Yeah.
Then move up here or somewhere and hit Control V and see where it'll show up there. You see that little pointer? Now it's ready to show up. Did yours do that?
Yeah, but it just I don't know. It's not full. It's not the full thing. It's like cut. The half thing is cut.
I don't think when you made your copy, you made a complete one. Okay? That's your problem. So like when you make this, like let me make another one. Let me show you again. I'm going to take a rectangle. I'm going to do it kind of quick just because we're a little bit behind on time here, right? So there it is. Then I'm going to hit push or pull. I'm going to pull that up. I'm going to say 1 foot. And then there it is. Now what I need to do is with my pointers, click just on that one, get all 3 sides. And then you don't even need to make it a group. If you do a command copy of that, if you go up here and hit Command V, it'll put it right up there for you. You just move it to where you want it. It might be down here. You got to move it all the way up. Do you see that now?
Yes. Thank you.
Sure. That's not obvious, guys. This is a pretty cool thing you're learning, but it's not trivial. All right. How many people have got the steps on there? Raise your hand if you did. If you didn't, what's some of your questions so I can help you? All right. Can you run through the copying the steps? Sure. Here, watch. I'm going to make another step so it's easy for you to see. I put these lines down with my little measuring tape so I knew what it was. So I'm going to go here, hit R for rectangle. So I'm going to start at this point. Wait a minute. Escape. Now I'm going to start right here. I'm going to come out. I'm going to hit P for pull or push. Pull it up. I'm going to type in 1 foot. All right, so there you got a foot. Now, if I want to copy this, I don't even have to make it a group. You can make it a group, which has got its advantage. Really, I just got to copy these 3 things. Triple click on it so these squares come up. Then if I hit Command or Control C, or for that matter, edit, copy. All right, and then when I do Command or Control V for paste, or I do edit, paste, it's going to show up with that little cross. That's what we use for moving things. It's assuming you're copying, so it's assuming you want to move it. So it automatically defaults that. Then I line it up and I click on it. There I go. And I could do each one that way. And then if I do this, all right, there's my steps. And I got an extra one here. I'm going to get rid of this one. All right. And you can get rid of all these lines. If you wanted to, you can go back through and just click on one of these lines. You know, just the edge. Don't do the whole thing. I may group mine, so you might not do it that way. But all right. So it looks set. There we go. All right, excellent. We got most people have gotten this. Who's still got a question so we can help you? Philip, how are we doing there? Hope, how are we doing? How are we coming, Hope? Hey, Hope. Let me know, guys. Hope I don't want you frustrated, okay? When you do rectangle, what are the dimensions? 1 foot by 10. All right, Jay, now raise your hand. 1 by 10, and then you make it 2 feet, 1 feet high. Okay. While I do that, okay. Then I'm going to use this guide tool right there. How many inches is that? I'm going to go 6 inches. That's 6 inches quote. There it is there. And then, so that's 6 inches from there. And then I'm going to measure 6 inches. Six inches here. All right, then we'll take it off here. All right, so that's 6 inches. While you're doing that, I'm going to play with the guides here. Let's get this guide to work. run this down over to here. Let me get my, that says 6 inches, 46 feet. I want 6 inches here. All right, so there is how I did that. Let's see how this is. Cool. All right, folks. Do we have everybody? Can we show you how to set up these guidelines right here? Oh, I got some. What is the inch symbol? Got it, got it. Okay, here's what, quotation. Double quotation. The quotation marks where you've been doing the foot quotations. Here's what you're going to do with this. You're going to take this little yellow ruler and you can go off this edge, like I came off this edge. All right. Do we have everybody set there? Okay, wait a second. I've got a question here. What is the inch symbol? Quotations. Okay, can we go on to this next part, guys? We want to get this inch square there, and there's a couple ways we can do this. All right. Go to this ruler. We'll click on this, on edge, and see how this, when you come off this edge, it's setting a vertical line. What we're going to do is that vertical line we're going to set at 6 inches. So just come off the edge. Even if I go out that far and I type 6 quotation, it's going to move me right along that edge. So that comes off this edge, gives you that one, and then you do the opposite for the other edge. Right? So I do rectangle here. Depending on which way I'm doing this. Wait a minute, escape, don't hit rectangle, for goodness sake. I did that wrong. All right, here we go. So if I made that, say, a foot, that gives me a line this way. That's 6 inches, but that's not really where we want to go. We can go up here, we can come off this. So let me escape out of that for you. Okay. Make sure you're saving what you've done. This was a lot of work to get it to this point, guys. So what we're doing is creating a 6-inch gap so that we can place a column equally in the platform. We're going to want to be laying these columns out. All right. And we're going to make a 3 by 3 foot square that we're going to drop in there. See how that is? And then we're going to pull it up. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Again, kids, if this is confusing you, if this is too much to handle, let me know. We'll back off on doing this. All right? This is not meant to confuse you. All right, now, so what we're going to do is make a rectangle. We can make it anywhere. We can just move it. See how that's like that? There's a square. I'm going to do 3 foot, comma, 3 foot, press return. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this thing. I'm going to move it right in that corner there. All right. Now, give you a sense. Let's expand this out a little bit. That's just one little column I'm trying to do right there. All right. All right. Has anybody else gotten a square there? So that way we later on, and then by the way, we can pull this up then. If you push, and we're starting. Whoa! Don't do that, Mr. D. And Z. I'll put it back. Hit the pull push of 1 foot. See how we can be making pedestals that will go all the way up and down the temple? What are the dimensions of the square on the edge? 3 foot by 3 foot.
No, not those. The other dimension, like the square right by it.
You mean down here? Yeah, 6 inches off this corner and this corner. So if you want to start your point, let me zoom in on that. This is 6 inches right here. Let me show you. Using this, I can measure it. Here's 6. There's 6. All right, so that's 6 inches there. Okay, this corner's 6 and 6. You could do this little sign if you wanted to for right now. You could put that in there, put it to the corner, and then raise it so you see that indeed it's 6 inches. And this side is indeed 6 inches. Click here. That one's actually 6 1/8, so I need to move that. Well, all right, here's why. Let's go ahead and move this whole box then. I'll do this then, be that way. Oh. Let's see. That's 6 there. Now we go. Now we're back at 6. All right. Does that make sense? I'm going to go ahead and get, let me go ahead. I'm going to ask Cooper how he's doing. How you doing, Cooper? Cooper, how we doing?
Doing good.
Got it?
Good.
Good. All right. This is not trivial to build, folks. It may be a bit much for you all, so just let me know. All right. It's getting close to 7:30, and I know you guys have homework and stuff, so I don't want to hold you more than this hour. How many people have enjoyed doing this? And you're not going to hurt my feelings. How many people have enjoyed doing what we're doing right now? It's a bit of a stretch, I understand, but I don't want anybody feeling super frustrated here either. A little bit of frustration is a good thing because that's how you grow, but a lot of frustration is not what I'm not here to make your lives hard, miserable. Let's say miserable. Put everybody's hands down. All right. Then how many people are saying, Aiden's got there, got his hand down. Great. And how many people are saying, I don't like this at all? Raise your hand. Okay. All right. Well, hang in there. We got one person in particular saying, hey, man, this is not it. We're only going to be doing this. We're going to try to maybe do a little bit more of this next week. But then we're going to go up into Tinkercad, which is totally different, and it gets us into 3D printing. All right, everybody? So just stay with me on this. I will put the PDF so you can see how we're going to do this, and we'll take a little more time. I'll go a little bit slower with you. We'll get you set for anybody that's struggling here. Okay? Most people seem to be doing okay. That's great. It's okay if you're not. This is here to learn and get you fired up, okay? You may just find that this is not your thing, and that's part of what we're trying to do here is find what you enjoy, what you don't. Let me explode this out a little bit. So there's our pedestal. What's going to happen then I'll just show you, kind of give you a preview of what we do. We're going to pull that square up, and don't worry about your guide points. You know, we'll get where those go. And then what will happen, and I can always do a video later for people. If we say, okay, we're going to stop with this, I'll do still a video to finish it so you can work on your own. Then you can share it with me. Then we're going to end up, get guide points to the center of the square. And then we're going to make 12 sides. We're going to make right in here, not a sphere, we're going to make a polygon side right there. And then we're going to pull that. As you can imagine, we're going to draw circles around it. If you can see this right here, this gets pretty exciting. We're going to put little holes around that, pull that up, and guess what we have? We have a column. And then you're going to make another 3 square, and we're going to make a component out of it, and suddenly we're going to start making all these. And you end up with this. And you just keep working. We'll just keep working, and we'll make a component out of it. And once you make one, we can make one component, and then we just insert components all the way down this thing, just like that. See how they're all right down this way? And you end up with that, which is pretty cool. Okay? And that's our temple. All right, it's 7:30 now, 6:30 your time. I'll see you next Monday. Hang in there. You all have a great evening, okay? How cold is it in Iowa right now? I hate to even, what's your temperature, folks? Does anybody have a temperature you could tell me? Oh my gosh. 10 Fahrenheit. Yikes. It's not even night yet. Oh man, Charlotte, we got thin blood here. It's going to be pretty cold tonight for us, like 19. For us, that's pretty cold. It's very cold. It'll be like 8 in the morning. 8 Fahrenheit, so colder than what you are now. Pitch black outside. Yeah, it is. All right, guys and gals. It was 0 this morning. Nice. Real nice. That's 0 Fahrenheit too. And 0 Celsius. That's 0 Fahrenheit. I bet you can go ice skating by now. So, all right, folks. I will see you. I think you're really going to enjoy lab tomorrow. So, I will talk to you Monday, okay? Bye-bye.